practical pilot, which is a test pilot, and I'm so excited to use all those experiences and everything to be a part of this incredible team and play my role in our endeavors as a class.
Okay, and now two of you come to us with a medical background. So Anna and Mel, tell us a little bit about your background and what you're excited for in the future of space medicine.
Hi, I'm Anna Menon, and my background is actually in biomedical engineering. My first role out of graduate school was here at NASA's Johnson Space Center. I worked as a biomedical flight controller, and in that role, our job was to support the medical hardware and software on the International Space Station and help keep the astronauts healthy and safe from mission control. I am so thrilled to be back here with the NASA family. And, as I reflect on the future of space medicine, I think it's really bright. We are born into 1G, and so when you go into 0G, so many things change. As more and more people venture into space and we seek to go further than ever before, we have this awesome opportunity to learn a tremendous amount to help support those astronauts and those people that are flying in those adventures and help keep them healthy and safe. So it's an exciting time to be here, and I couldn't be more thrilled and honored.
My name is Imelda Muller. I sometimes go by Mel, and previously I was an undersea medical officer with the Navy. And that experience gave me the opportunity to work with multidisciplinary teams in experimental and saturation diving. And I developed a passion for learning about the way the body adapts in extreme environments. And this led me to pursue medical residency training in anesthesia, where I deepened that understanding of how our body responds when it's under stress. I'm incredibly excited to be here alongside this team and to build on that foundation with the greater NASA community, because, as Anna alluded to, with upcoming exploration missions, we are pushing the boundaries of human performance. And the lessons that we learn, the knowledge that we gain, all of these things are going to help us to excel not just in space, but in areas of human health here on Earth. The future of space medicine is now, and I'm incredibly honored to be here with this team.
We have 6 test pilots in the group. The following questions are for a few of you, our jet pilots, Adam, Cameron, and Aaron. One of the highlights of my career was being the person, along with April Jordan, to let you know that you have been selected to join the astronaut corps. The responses were varied, and they were awesome. So 2 questions. What was it like to get that call, and how do you think your flight test background will help you in your astronaut training?
Hello, everyone. I'm Adam Furman, and when I received the call, I was driving home from work, and it was a pretty busy rush hour. At first, I was just in disbelief. I had to take the first exit and finish the conversation in a parking lot just to make sure I was hearing you right, Joe. But then came the excitement and just extreme gratitude for the opportunity to join this amazing team, and I was happy to finish the drive home and share that news with my wife and kids who are here with us today. As far as experience in flight test, as test pilots, we don't do anything on our own. We work with amazing teams of engineers and maintenance professionals to plan, simulate, and then execute complex and sometimes risky missions in aircraft to collect data and accomplish a mission, all while assessing risk and making smart calls as a team to do that as safely as possible. And I'm happy to try to bring some of that experience to do the same thing with the NASA team and learn from everyone at Johnson Space Center how to apply those lessons to human spaceflight.
Hey everybody, I'm Cameron Jones. Got the call from Joe and April about 2 months ago. And about 2 months and 3 days ago, I just finished a cross-country move from California to D.C. So we were sitting on the floor of our new empty house, my wife, my daughter, and I, with no furniture, and the call came through, and I don't think my 1-year-old knew exactly what was going on, but I must have had a pretty big smile on my face because she let out a perfectly timed, gleeful scream that went through both sides of the call and got good laughs from the other end of the phone as well. So also really excited to be here, but that brings up my test pilot skill that I'm going to focus on, which is adaptability and resiliency. So maybe it's a move cross country, maybe it's a dynamic situation up in an airplane, but I think that'll transport into this domain.
Hello, I'm Erin Overcash, call sign Loft, and when I got the call, I was about a week away from joining my next squadron on deployment. So I had my sea bags packed, ready to go meet the aircraft carrier. I had just finished flight training for the day. And my spouse and I were on the couch. We get a call from an unknown number, and we both look at each other, and then we were like throwing blankets and pillows. Oh my gosh, where's the remote? Turn the TV off. And we had like one last pause of a moment, making eye contact, knowing that this phone call could change our lives, and it did. Then the way Joe phrased his part of the conversation, he effectively said, "Do you still want the job?" And the first words that I said on the phone were, "No way." I mean, yes, of course, but like, no way. And then, not specific to my flight test, but just being in the Navy, I think any sailor would tell you we spend a lot of time stuck in a hot metal box or sometimes a cold metal box in the middle of the ocean. And when you share that space with 5,000 people, there's no such thing as privacy or personal space, and you really have to get to know your people that you work with very well, both good and bad. You have to learn how to set clear boundaries and respect each other, not just to survive, but really thrive as a team. And so that's some perspective I hope to bring to our astronaut candidate group.
We're all very glad that no way meant yes. So thanks for that. Now let's talk to our two helicopter pilots, Ben and Kate. What are you most excited about for your upcoming training?
Yeah, good morning. I'm Ben Bailey, and the next 2 years of ASCAN training are exciting. Language training, flight training, spacewalk training, robotics, all of that. Each one of those would be very exciting in its own right. I would be excited to do any one of those individually, and to look and combine all of those over the next 2 years is extremely exciting. So I can't pick out a single one alone, but all of them together are just fantastic. And more than that, I'm really excited that the next 2 years will be spent with the other 9 here on stage with me. I'm really excited to see everybody's strengths as we tackle those challenges together.
Good morning. I'm Catherine Spies, and Ben knows this, but when you're flying a helicopter and you're sitting in the cockpit, there is a lot going on. The rotors are vibrating your seat, and you can see the flicker of the blades over the top of your field of view, and you're reading the instruments, and you got voices coming into the radio in your helmet, and all of these inputs are the language of your aircraft. And it's the same language that connects us across squadrons and other disciplines and even countries, and this is what makes big things happen. And I think in the next 2 years of astronaut candidate training, the thing that I'm super pumped about is learning the language of human spaceflight.
Not that we're not having fun already, but how about a little more fun? So y'all have worked around the world and trained for various career or personal events. So why don't you share with us something that maybe not everyone would know about you?
Okay, I'll start. I spent my first year as a naval officer in the Navy's world-class athlete program, so I was effectively a professional rugby player. I lived and trained full-time at the Olympic Training Center with the USA rugby team.
I'll go next. Some of you might be familiar with a sport called Ultimate Frisbee. What some of you might not know is it became a professional sport, actually, in 2012. And I had the honor of representing Indianapolis, Indiana, as a professional athlete for the inaugural year of that sport.
All right, well, those who know me well, including my 9 new best friends on the stage here, know that I love to do handstands everywhere that I go. I grew up doing gymnastics and I've always loved the outdoors, so it kind of evolved from climb a mountain to a handstand at the top, but it seems to have followed me everywhere around the world, on tops of mountains, on top of glaciers, the bottom of the Grand Canyon, pretty much everywhere that I've gone, except on this stage today.
Well, Lauren, that is great news. My New Year's resolution this year was to learn to walk on my hands. I have made 0 progress. But maybe before the end of December, I can get a few pointers. Thank you.
America's finest with lofty goals. We love it. So you all come to us with a variety of experiences, and each of those will help you during all of your training. The next few years will be filled with hard work and new adventures. This will allow you to carry that spirit of human spaceflight to the golden age of innovation and exploration. Here's a little glimpse of what lies ahead for you. Good luck.
Hi, astronaut class of 2025. I'm NASA astronaut Frank Rubio, and I'm honored to welcome you to the NASA family. Congratulations on making it this far. We'll be starting on your training right away, so I hope you're ready, because this is where the fun begins. For more than 60 years, NASA has been gathering data on how humans live and work in space, and now we're going to share that knowledge with you. Whether a mission takes you to low Earth orbit, further into space on the surface of the Moon, or perhaps one day on the surface of Mars, we're going to get you ready. You'll push yourself to reach new heights, working with high-performance aircraft, experiencing the challenge of flying the T-38 supersonic jet. You'll suit up, and through the facilities here at the Johnson Space Center, you'll feel what it's like to live and work in space. The Neutral Buoyancy Lab helps simulate the weightless feeling of microgravity. You'll learn how to maneuver yourself and conduct maintenance on a spacecraft using a full-scale underwater mock-up of the International Space Station as your worksite. Back on land, you'll train inside other mock-ups of space vehicles, learning emergency procedures, maintenance, and repair of spacecraft, along with how to contribute to future developmental programs. You'll grow and discover what it means to work as a team, bonding with your fellow classmates as you endure and share experiences. You'll learn survival skills in the wilderness, where working together is the best way to overcome the challenges of a rough terrain. You'll splash into water survival training, where your crewmates are as essential as your gear to keep you afloat. You'll see things in a new way by using the latest in virtual technology. You'll take command, controlling a robotic arm made for moving spacecraft, hardware, and astronauts around the International Space Station. We're going to get you into shape as you learn about staying healthy for long-duration space missions, from mitigating bone and muscle loss through exercise to practicing first aid and understanding the basics of nutrition and self-care. But there's more to learn. You'll play a part in mission control, where you'll experience a day in the life of the people who keep watch over the astronauts and their vehicles. All these tasks and more will make up your astronaut training. These basic skills can be transferred and built upon for any space mission in your future, no matter where you go. You'll become part of a legacy of those who trained before you, continuing the adventure they started and looking ahead to the future of human exploration. So suit up, it's time to get to work and let the astronaut training begin.
Next up, we have NASA's Associate Administrator, Amit Kshatriya, who serves as the highest-ranking civil servant at the agency and as a senior advisor to the administrator. Amit leads the agency's 10 center directors as well as the Mission Directorate Associate Administrators at NASA headquarters. Please join me in welcoming Amit to the stage.
going to get us on track time-wise. It's great to be here. It's really an honor. Just since I do want to add a little bit to the concept of the astronaut candidate, just for Chairman Cruz's benefit. I'm not an astronaut, obviously. I was a flight director several careers ago in the agency, and I was with the 2013 astronaut class. That was when we combined parts of the astronaut office with the rest of flight operations, and we were combining our parties too. So we had a small class. There was 3 of us. The 2013 class, the 8 balls, they were there. We were combining our parties, and it was funny because Christina Cook, who I think is here, she said, hey, you know, we're called ASCANs. What do you call new flight directors or flight director candidates? And all 3 of us said, flight directors. So you'll get used to that after a while, I promise you. So I'll be really brief here. You guys all took the oath. You know what it means. Some of you took it before, you took it again here. Now your role, you guys are all amazing people. Everything you've done, you represented yourself, represented your families. Everything that you've done, put into the world, came from you. Now everything you do flows from the majesty of the United States. Don't ever forget that. And all your families that are here, they're part of our family now too. I'd love to hear the kids. I'd love to hear everybody here that's joined to support you. You're part of our family as well. Everyone here, their job is to make sure that you can be successful, that you're part of our family. Exploration, many people have talked about in many more eloquent ways than I can talk about what exploration means. I'll tell you, I'll just add one thing. Exploration is it's about coming home. And my commitment to you as your leader is to make sure that you come home. And I'll ask everybody in this room that feels responsible to make sure that they can bring the crew home as well. On your feet, please. We're going to tell you, we're going to bring you home. Congratulations, welcome to the NASA family. I look forward to you guys doing amazing things. We'll be right there beside you. So I'll leave it to the director, Vanessa Weish.
Thank you, Ahmed. That was awesome. This class is as spirited as they are talented, and we cannot wait to see what their skills, creativity, and promise bring to our astronaut corps. Thank you all for joining us today and celebrating in this moment. And thank you to our esteemed guests and speakers. We appreciate your support for this new class of astronaut candidates as they embark on their training journey. Today has been a celebration of drive, determination, and devotion. As we wrap up, I want to invite all of our astronaut candidates to center stage because this next part is for you. Let's give them a round of applause. Astronaut candidates, as you begin to take your first steps in your training journeys, you are gearing up to join a rich and storied history of humans who have dared to reach beyond. You will build on over 60 years of human spaceflight exploration experience. You will seek knowledge and understanding and share it with the world. And when you go, you will go together, and we will all be with you. Astronaut candidate Group 24, we are proud of you, and your country is proud of you. Your next giant leaps start here. Thank you, and Godspeed.